Friends, 446 days over. My appreciation about the war situation, not from the ground but in general, is that in both the camps there is a sense of despondency or dejection. In Russian side, due attack on Moscow, assassinations, attack from North Ukraine into Russian territory, loss of aircraft and crew, and its inability to move forward, even in Bakhmut, psychological information warfare by the West, and its and in Ukrainian and Western camps, due failure to carry out the promised counterattack oblique offensive, rising destruction of its men and material, especially by the Russian interdiction missions, rising protests all over Ukraine, and lastly, the Russian oblique Soviet flags being flown on the Victory Day globally. These are the general situations as far as geopolitics coming out of Russian-Ukrainian war. Now let us come down to the ground. In north, in Svatove direction, Ukrainian army carried out attacks, and because of that, Russian forces were forced to withdraw from Novoselysk. However, the Ukrainian attack on Kuzmovka failed and thus created a bigger area of grey zone. A report says that a quadrocopter crashed in Moscow region. Who were operating was not known, and the Ukrainian shelling into Belgorod and other Russian region continues. Otherwise, there are no changes in north, and similar is the situation in southern Ukraine. In east, in Avdiivka front, the Russian forces attacks on north of Avdiivka continues. Plus, there is a heavy battle reported on Novokalinove with the aim to capture Konstantinovka highway. Otherwise, there is not much of change in Marinka or Ugledar direction. In Bakhmut yesterday, Russian Ministry of Defense reported that two of its top-level commanders, one deputy commander, another colonel, died while fighting in and around Bakhmut. In West Bakhmut, PMC continues moving towards Konstruk 4, and it is trying its best to storm the nest or citadel from almost all the directions. Northeast and central part of the nest, however, continues to be under Ukrainian control, but in southeast, which is almost pulverized due Russian artillery, has become grey zone. That means it belongs to none at this moment. Kromov continues to be with Ukraine, while Pobedi is totally under the PMC. In West Bakhmut, in Nice, the Ukrainian tanks were seen in video floated by the Ukrainian supporters fighting a desperate war to try to save the leftover Bakhmut. Now coming to the flanks of Bakhmut, in north, the Ukrainian army has totally captured southwest of Barkhoe reservoir and dominant heights, while in south, west of Klishchivka, and that is the forest near Krasnoye, and east of Siversky Donetsk Donbass Canal is captured by the Ukrainian army. Lastly, there is a report that the Khmelnytsky explosions included shells with depleted uranium from UK, which were supplied to Ukrainian army. In the meantime, counting of votes in Turkey is over and Erdogan could not reach 50%, hence second round of election will take place. Netanyahu declared that Israel-Palestinian conflict has come to an end and that they have been able to eliminate top of Islamic Jihad. Yet it must be noted that despite 75 years of Zionist effort, Palestinian resistance continues. Thank you.